What's good, Big Blue family? Welcome to Big Blue Reborn, the podcast where we talk real New York Giants football and the dawn of a new era. No media fluff, no corporate takes, just honest breakdowns, accountability, culture, and what this team is really showing us. I'm Milton, lifelong Giants fan, and I'm here with my cousin Ethan. And we might not always agree on everything, but we care about the team the same way. And this show is definitely about real conversations, real standards, and calling out the team how we see it. Let's get into it. Let's get into the Big Blue check-in. The Big Blue check-in. Today, I'm going to call it our off-season reality check.
Okay.
Essentially, we're going to cover the cap, major contracts coming up, positions with depth issues, and then the top free agents linked to the Giants. So starting with the cap, look, I'm not a capologist. I don't really understand all the jargon, so I'm not going to sit here and try to tell you like I'm one of the people that are punching the numbers. But from everything that I did as far as my research, let me tell you, we broke. We're close to like $7 million. And that's
Yeah.
not enough to sign like a good lineman. That's not even enough to sign like a vet receiver for a 1-year deal. So we're not looking like we're in a good spot right now. But to be completely honest, we got a bunch of big contracts that we do have potential that we can kind of restructure and, play with the money, a little bit. So one good thing that I'll say, shout out to Joe Shane. I know we've been dragging him through the mud, but to Joe, he don't have us stuck or drowning in dead money. You know what I mean? We're not paying a bunch of players that are not here anymore. So that's a great thing. But the main thing right now, as far as the cap, the main thing we got to do is look at Dexter Lawrence, Brian Burns, Andrew Thomas. We got to try to figure out how we can restructure. We're not saying we don't want these people, but we want to keep them long term. So we got to either add some years so we can give them some guaranteed real quick and then extend it. We got to figure something out so we can make some room so we can actually be aggressive in the free agency.
That makes sense. Because, I mean, yeah, like you said, shout out Joe Shane. Say get not putting void years on people's contracts, but it looks like we might have to start doing that now. Some of the best teams in the NFL do it, and it's like the cap goes up every year. So, I mean, we're going to get money in the future, especially with a whole new regime. Things are just going to be better financially for the New York Giants. So we'll be able to pay players better and be able to open up some money for better contracts. Um, but some of the major contracts that we actually do have coming up, like who we need to resign, we have our offensive tackle, Jermaine Illuminor, maybe Wandell Robinson, 1,000-yard receiver, first time in his career, and Cordell Flott, another player that we drafted that's had a good year. Just injuries have been bogging him down. Not reliability hasn't been his best thing, but showed flashes of being a great player. So
No, definitely.
yeah. So I mean, with that actually takes us into the positions of depth issues because
Yeah,
some of those positions are, some just issues for us that we just need depth because one person goes out. Who do we have next up, next man in line?
exactly. Most of the positions, I'll be completely honest with you, the only thing we got solid right now is the quarterback and the edge rushers. So that leaves us with pretty much every other position. I say Dexter Lawrence needs help with defensive tackles. We need to get somebody else that can shore up the middle so we can stop the run.
Hmm.
Inside linebacker, Okereke. Are we keeping Okereke? Is he going to stay? What are we
Yeah.
doing? If we're keeping him, can we restructure his contract so we can get a little bit more money to get somebody else to help him out? Wide receiver, Malik, bro. He's coming off the injury, so we can't guarantee that he's going to be 100% at the beginning of the season. That's number one. Number
Hmm.
two, if he gets hurt, we're in a dumpster fire of receivers at that point in
Yeah.
time. Now we got Wandell, who's looking like he's running into some money right now, so we might not even be able to afford him. So it's like
Exactly.
now what are we looking at? We got Jalen Hyatt and Darius Slayton.
Ew.
Come on, bro. So wide receiver depth is definitely a priority. Cornerbacks,
Mhm.
we need
You
cornerbacks. Like Debo was supposed to be like the a great corner coming over. He had a decent year. Wasn't amazing. He was
right,
decent, you know.
right.
But we need some more depth. We don't know if Deontay Banks is coming back to play. Flott, if we actually get to sign him back, it's all about how much money we can spend. So it's a question mark in the air. Offensive line, come on, son. We've been talking
Yeah.
about this for the last 10 years. I don't need to tell you.
Yeah.
We need
Offensive
line.
line?
We need linemen.
Yeah, we
And
need
then,
shoot.
good God, the last thing Imma say is, look, Harbaugh, special team guru, man, get us a kicker. Get these old, decrepit people up out of here, bro. We got people kicking the ground. We got another one with a groin issue off of preseason. Like,
Mm.
stop it. Let's just get a key kicker that's gonna get us in tight spaces. Get
Yeah,
us a
like
good kicker, man. And I know you know Harbaugh. Look, we don't need Loop. We need somebody that's gonna keep us in the playoffs. Let's get us a good kicker.
yo, that's crazy. Yeah, and it's funny because essentially the kicker, I mean, was the reason why they didn't go into the
Hey,
playoffs
look,
this year.
I appreciate Luke because he wouldn't be here without him. So, hey,
Right, exactly. I
man,
mean,
that's my guy right there. MVP of
yeah,
last.
thanks because of their kicker situation. Hope that blessed us. That's funny. That's how the cookie crumbles.
And then the last thing, top free agents that are linked to us. What you got?
A free agency, I get excited for a free agency because it's just like, when you get new, fresh faces in the building, it's, new jerseys, people all doing all types of crazy stuff. Just the free agency, hopefully we can get some players that are really going to make a difference and it's going to allow us to have a good cap space for throughout the season. Because if somebody gets hurt and we got to move some money to pick somebody up, or our scouts are doing well and looking at other teams, practice squads, or whatever it may be, and we can strike a trade in the middle of the year, allowing us to have money to be able to go get some agents somebody who might need a contract next year and we have the money and it makes sense for us, stuff like that. So, I just can't wait for the free agency, the draft, but this free agency, I think we're gonna get some good players.
Yeah, no, I definitely think they're gonna cook this year. It's just a matter. We got a few more weeks. We're gonna see, but it's just a matter of what they're gonna do. I think as far as the Ravens are concerned, they got a few people that they were looking at, like Tyler Linderbaugh was the center.
Mhm.
They were looking into Isaiah Likely, the tight end, Patrick Ricard, a fullback. You know what I
Right.
mean? So they're looking like they're ready to kind of run that ball straight up the middle, try to smash
Yeah.
people in the mouth.
Mhm.
Marlon Humphrey, the cornerback as well. A
It's a
couple
former
other
Ravens.
places. They got the Wyatt Teller, a guard from the Browns.
Yeah.
Alec
Mhm.
Pierce, of course, but I feel like Alec Pierce is gonna be in the same price range as Wandell. At that point, we might as well just keep Wandell.
Well, the thing with him, he's just a little bit bigger, faster on the outside, and can play slot. Wandell's more of a slot only, in my opinion.
I
So,
just feel like the continuity that he has with Dart right now puts
okay.
that over, the intangibles, the physical intangibles of
Mm,
Pierce. I understand completely what you're saying. I completely understand what you're saying, but I feel like with him having to come over, everybody's learning a new offense, so
right.
yeah, to
That's
be
true.
completely honest, it could be whatever. But I just think the continuity, like Dart
Mm,
knows Wandell, so I would rather him have a receiver he knows his second year versus learning a whole new group because he didn't really
okay.
play with Malik either.
That's
You
true.
know what I'm
That's true. So
saying?
he's
Like
gonna be
he
learning
got
Malik.
one game, so
Mm,
he's like every receiver is really gonna be him learning. So I'd rather him have one person that he knows like shit. Play breaks down, I know he can catch it. You know what
right.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
Instead of it being like I
Theo
I
Johnson.
gotta
What do you
use.
mean he has a receiver? Theo, he can
How
catch it, right?
he better go to the tight end university this off
You better go
hands
learn from Kittle. Go
just
learn
be on
from
he be on that jug machine all day.
the jugs.
The
Hmm.
jug machine all day, bro. Stand right in
Yeah.
front of it.
He's just stand right footed right here. Just right here, hands.
Shoot. But
Okay.
nah, but that's about it, man. That's gonna wrap up the check-in. That's
Okay.
gonna let us move right into the Big Blue Spotlight. The Big Blue Spotlight. So really, this week, the Big Blue Spotlight is, what do you think are the top position needs the
Mm.
Giants need to go after in free agency?
Ooh, me. I
Because
mean,
that's the draft. That's why I'm specifying free agency right now.
right, right. Because I feel like we need to get some veteran offensive linemen and some veteran defensive tackle help and a linebacker. Those more trench areas because the skill positions, I feel like we have get depth through the draft so we can bring them up the way we want, but you get veterans in the trenches that know what they're doing on specific downs, rotational players that are just make the world a difference for our team. So that I just can't stress enough. Just build through the offensive line, build the offensive line, get us some solid players. I just want to protect Dart. You know,
Guys
these free agency.
have
If
to
we
protect
can get a Tyler Linderbaum, you know, even though we have our center already, who's our center right now?
Michael
John Michael
Smith, yeah,
Smith,
Michael Smith, JMS. Yeah,
JMS. Yeah, he's not bad, serviceable, but I want to have someone that's good, good pass blocking, good run blocking, because I can see this team running the ball very well, even though people have said that Linderbaum hasn't been the greatest run blocker. He played in front of Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson. I mean, and they were always in a good rushing spot.
I think
So
he knows what he's doing.
exactly. Thank you. Thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
You
Like
know.
a lot of people just be saying stuff with, like, because they again the stats that these spreadsheets,
Hmm.
but like if you actually watch football, like he's allowing. Are there better centers? Are there better run blocking
Hmm.
centers? Yeah, of course, but he knows to run in the scheme. He knows how to work in the scheme.
Right, right. So, and he's worked with Greg Roman before, so that's a good thing, and that center, he has his hand on the ball every play. So I want that to be somebody Dart can trust. Even if Dart doesn't have to do protections, he has a vet in front of him that's able to do it. Even though John Michael Smith is very smart and has worked with Dart, I would just want somebody that's just better. Who wouldn't want to upgrade on the offensive line?
I get it. No, I get it. That's it. I
Uh,
think I did like a little. I got top three, right? But I did a 1A, 1B for the top positions. I think secondary and offensive line, like you said.
okay.
1A was the secondary for me, and then
Oh,
1B
okay.
was the offensive line. Just because I did that with the thought process of them restructuring contacts, definitely bringing Illuminor back.
Mm,
I'm assuming you're gonna do that. Look, you don't get many tackles that
yeah,
can
that are
do what
consistent like.
Illuminor does. He can play
Mhm.
both sides if you need him to, but
Right, right.
he's been great and he's been durable. So like I really hope we sign him back.
Mhm. We need to
As
get
far
rid of James Hudson. Sorry. It's because
Yo, that
I'm sorry, I just thought
game,
that I got flashes of that Dallas game when he smacked the dude.
I was like, what is happening right now? What am I
Yeah,
watching? Are we serious? Yo, Dayball was losing it.
yeah. Sorry to throw you off, man,
He
but
was
man, when I
losing
I
it.
seen his name, I'm just like, "Oh, yeah, get him out of there."
Get him up out of there, yeah.
At least we have Marcus Membo, and he was looking good. I think he just needs to, build strength, but
Yep. I think that's just gonna come with reps. Of course,
yeah.
off season gets his weight up, but the reps is gonna get him where he needs to be. He's gonna be a
Mhm,
good
and
runner.
yeah, because we need
Number
him,
two is wide receiver,
of
and then
course.
I did a 3A, 3B,
Mhm,
linebacker, and defensive tackle. I think those
okay.
are inside linebacker and defensive tackle. I think those are key pieces that need to be addressed in free agency so we can adjust what we need to do in the draft. But the main thing is we got to stop the run. We have to
Yeah,
stop the run. If we can
yeah.
stop the run and we can run the ball, bruh,
Mhm,
it's a wrap. Everything
yeah.
else will fall into place. If we
Mhm,
can run the ball and Dart can get a legit play action, then the RPO is bananas now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you really you don't know what's going on. We get
Mhm.
a healthy Malik. They get then you now you can invest in either receiver or we get. Look, I really want Downs.
Oh, Caleb. Oh, yeah. I mean,
I
John
feel
Harbaugh
like
said it. If
everybody
you have
wants.
the chance to draft a Hall of Fame safety, if he's thinking putting Hall of Fame and Caleb Downs in the same paragraph, not even the same paragraph, my boy, I'm with it. I'm
He's
with it.
he has worked with some of the best safeties that have played the game. So if
Hall of
he's saying
Famers.
that now, and he that was right before his nod to him coaching Brian Dawkins too, in that interview.
Hmm.
But it was right when I saw that he coached Brian Dawkins, and I know how much time he spent with Ed Reed, and he said that about Downs, like off of what he's already seen. I'm like, yeah, we got to get him at 5, bro.
Yeah.
He already know, he sees it. He says we got to take the best player, but I don't know anybody else in the draft that we would pick that wouldn't be off the board. We don't need a
Right.
quarterback, so Mendoza's not really a conversation. And then outside
Mm-mm.
of that, who else is going? We don't need edges,
No.
so there's not really as far as the best player that's going to be there at 5. If nobody picks up Downs prior to 5, he's the best player.
Right. I would even if Downs is gone, I would love to trade back. I mean, that's a whole nother story. I mean, conversation for another day. But
No, yeah,
you know,
I
because
think.
the more I like the more darts at the dartboard, the better we're gonna be. You know.
Hey, I like it. I like it. I
So
like it. Think. Damn, what was I about to say?
so you were talking about
Long.
the f- the top
Nah.
three topics we need for depth. You were talking about cornerback depth, pass rushers, which is priority to bring to the team.
My fault. I think I remember now. I think I really need them to get somebody to support Dexter as well.
Yeah.
Cause I don't want us to mentally lose that man and get him to check out. I think the changes that have been made is enough to get him, back
Yeah.
on.
Mm-hmm.
Still, like, he was checked out, man. He did a lot of losing with us, and now he was just
Yeah.
getting beat up by the media, and you can tell by his conversations after the games that he wasn't having it. So I'm just hoping, like, we get him some help so he can get back to his prime form. I know last
Hmm.
year he was still hurting too, but
Yeah.
we gotta get him some support so that we can get him back to his prime form.
Exactly, because I mean, he can't be on the field every single play, and it's just he's just one person, and then with the elbow injury, and then people saying this and that, oh, Dex isn't that person anymore. Like, nah, he still is. He just needs that supporting cast. It's a team game. It's a team game. When he's on the field, we're a whole different defense. It's like offensive line. When Andrew Thomas is on the field, we're a different team. But when he's not, we're a different team. So we need depth at offensive line, defensive tackle. I just can't stress that enough. Please get offensive and defensive linemen. Even if that's all we drafted, I would be happy. Just depth. I don't
Yeah,
even care, man. Just
I feel
just
it.
get the depth.
I feel it,
Sheesh. And put the
real.
best players on the field. So yeah,
All
man.
right. And that's it for the spotlight, man. Time for the Big Blue roll call. If you're riding with us, not just when it's easy, but when it's ugly, this is your part. If you like what
Mm,
you're hearing, tap in, drop your take. Do you agree, disagree? Bring the heat. We're building this for the riders, not the spectators. This week,
mm.
our question for y'all: what position do you think is the number one priority for us to draft in the free agency? Let us know. If you're rocking with us, look, hit us up in the comments, answer that question for me. I'll put a poll up in the community as well.
Okay, yeah. I know. I think y'all know what I want in free agency. We better sign some offensive linemen. We need linemen. Just get the linemen.
And then that wraps up the roll call. That brings us over to the standard. Standard is always how we're going to close out the show. This week, do we overspend in free agency or do we stay disciplined and wait and
Mm,
meticulously pick apart the draft? What do you think?
shoot. I mean, in free agency, uh, I would like to get linemen. Let's get linemen. Let's make sure we get some depth there. I mean, because the thing is, we can't do. I just remember how long for like the past 10 years, like since Dave Gettleman made that trade for. I mean, what was that offensive tackle's name from the Patriots? Oh my god! And he was
Eric
just
Flowers?
no. We drafted him.
Oh, yeah, that's just one that haunts my every time it just haunts.
Yeah, he kept jumping off sides and having anger issues.
And then he became a great lineman after that.
Oh yeah, I mean he was solid for like Washington and some other team, but it's just like
Yo, it was like every time somebody leaves, bro, they get good. Go ahead. My fault. Go ahead, though.
yeah, no, it's all right. Yeah, don't that PTSD, man. Yeah, man. But I would just like for us to get the free agents, defensive linemen, specifically interior, and then cornerback depth. I feel like with linebackers, if we drafted those and not actually like if we could find one in free agency, like when we got Bobby Okereke, it came at the perfect time. He fit the scheme. He
Mhm.
played very well under Wink. Once he started trusting what Wink was doing, he played very well. So I feel like with Joe Shane talking to the coaches, they can get somebody in free agency that's not overly expensive, but we can still draft. I think the best plan of action for us would to be if we are able to restructure contracts and spend the most bulk of our money on linemen and then draft us skill positions. That way we can raise up the skill positions, the way we want them to be within the scheme. So that's what I think. I mean, because we got some free agents that are out there, Tyler Linderbaum, Wyatt Teller, Braden Smith, Joe Batoni, and some of those linemen are definitely solid players that could come here and make an impact very quickly. If we're not able to keep John Runyon or Jermaine Luminors, if we're not able to keep those guys and we have to bring in veteran presence that will allow Dart to feel comfortable in the pocket, that'll allow us to have that run game scheme that'll, move the chains, allow us to play action, RPO, as you said earlier, that will just make the world of difference for our offense, and then just having that defensive tackle that can give Dex a break. Because I mean, I haven't seen it from Darius Alexander, so that's
Yeah,
that's where I'm
no,
thinking.
I haven't seen it from him either. Not yet, not yet. And I agree with what you're saying, but I'll be honest with you. It's very difficult
Mhm.
because we don't know what they're gonna do with these restructured contracts and how much money they're gonna be able to squeeze. So it's hard to see.
Mm,
It's just I'm just having a hard time. I know they're gonna be able to do it. They're gonna figure something out. And again,
mhm.
because Joe has us in a position that we don't have dead money, I
Right.
think we're about to accumulate something. You know what I
Mm,
mean? Restructure. So I'm really happy about that. But I'm gonna take a little pivot real quick. Who is the VP that Harbaugh just put in?
oh, sheesh,
I
I'm not
forgot her
sure off the
name.
name off the top of my head right now.
I forgot her name. But I was looking at her resume the other day, and she
Hmm.
used to do like budgets for the NFL itself.
Oh
So
wow.
if she was up there and she has that particular knowledge,
Hmm.
then I feel like this contract shit is not. It's like we're talking from a fan perspective, but I feel like she about to do some work that we don't
Okay,
even
I
know
get what you're
about.
saying.
If she has been running it for the NFL and now she just focused on our players, she's about to
Yeah.
get some work. I
Okay.
think Harbaugh did a really good job because this just dawned on me because I was over here. I'm like, yo, we don't have enough money to overspend. We
Right.
ain't- like I said at the beginning, we came in
Right.
with 7 million before we did anything. 6.8 to be completely honest, from what they have listed online. 6.8
Right.
million is what we have as far as cap space right now as we speak. So that again, you can't even get like a decent kicker with that amount of money. So right now, I think the main thing is how you restructure and how much money you can get back. If you can get some decent money and then we can kind of maneuver these deals to where we have some bread to spend in free agency, then yes, the
Yeah,
trenches. Get
yeah,
Dexter some help and get us the rest of this line together. Like Van Roten, I love that dude, but look, we can't rely on these plus 30 players
right.
to survive all 17 games.
That's true.
Again, he's
That's
great, but now again, who do we have? Like if he goes down, what happens after that? We're not
right.
gonna have.
It's 100% injury game, so I understand what you're saying.
We just need more depth in the trenches. That's the main thing. If you can solidify the trenches before we even get to the draft, it's open season.
Right. And I feel like even just through free agency, just because of what we're building here with the coaching staff, the players that we do have, it's a more of an attractive place where we'll open some players' eyes. Like, okay, I know everybody wants you go free agency, this is where you're gonna get your big payday, but probably you take that 1 or 2 year deal to get a longer deal in the longer term. So if we get some cuts, like they looking maybe they could probably cut Bobby Okereke or restructure his contract, cut James Hudson, cut Devin Singletary, Graham Gano. Please go. Get rid of Jalen Hyatt. It's not going to be that much savings, but just
Oh
his
my God.
aura is just not good on the roster, I feel. I
Yeah, just
just
get rid of him, bro.
when because John Harbaugh is going to be grading practices, and it's going to be way different than
We
the
need to
country
see it
club that
practice.
we've
We might
been
practice.
having. And then I've heard you hear reports of neighbors taking it easy. Like, no, I want people to come to practice, even if we're having like knock on wood, like injuries at practice because people were going hard. Yeah, then we can fix that. Like, tone it back on certain days or try and look at certain drills that we're doing. But the fact that people are going hard at practice and then it shows up on game day. So
Mhm.
those are the things that it's just the little things.
I think look, we got a whole new regime now. So all of that nonsense that we were dealing with the last 10 years, we're not gonna. I'm going into it with the mindset that all of that shit is gone.
Okay.
That's just my mindset right now with the coaching staff that he put together. We're not concerned about little semantics like that. These players are gonna work and they're gonna live and breathe football, or they're
Right.
not gonna be here. That's verbatim what he said.
Yeah. If you don't love football,
Like,
you're
look,
not
you
going to like it
love
here.
football, you live and breathe football, or we're gonna find you somewhere else to be.
Right.
That's
Bottom line.
essentially what he's kind of diminished Joe Shane's title down to. Is that's you just gonna have these conversations at this point from
Mm,
everything that I've been reading. He done passed up all the real power to old girl. So we're gonna
yeah.
see, but I just think at this point in time, all of that the nonsense as far as people not working hard and no effort, like that's not something that you can coach. You either got it or you don't. And I
Right.
know he's gonna look at the tape, he gonna see it, he gonna ask him, hey, do you want to be here?
Right.
All right, cool. This is what we're doing. This is the direction we're flowing in. If you're not about this work, then deuce deuce. Because if my man is up there, because I can tell you right now, as far as the coaches that we've had the past few years, they have their like Dayball had his little, weight challenge with the coaches and things like that. But they ain't have no coach that was in there squatting 400 at 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm
Yeah,
gonna tell you that. So he's already setting the precedent high.
right. He
So
was in
look,
there putting
trust
up
and
weight.
believe. If he's in there putting in work and you over here pussyfooting around in the locker room, bro, he gonna call you out. Like,
Right.
what you doing? So this whole not being held accountable shit, that's just out the window, bro.
So,
I
I
think I
mean,
think I think we're in a good spot. I think we're rolling in the right direction.
okay. So you think that you can't overspend in this free agency because we don't got the money, or should we try and find the money and overspend? Because I think we should find the money and overspend at key positions.
Find the money, and dump it in the trenches. Find as much as you can and dump it in
Hmm.
the trenches.
Yeah, because this is going to be a draft of. I feel like you can find a gem wide receiver in like the third round, a
Mhm.
gem running back in the fourth, fifth round. You know, the big positions up top are going to be like I mean, people don't usually take a safety up top, but once you see a player that's generational, so that
Look,
me even
they
thinking
said
about this draft is just like because if you look at the free agency and the market and everything, like everyone's getting paid more and more every year. So let's try and get players that we really think that are going to be with us as for like the next good 2 to 3 years, before everything recycles again. So
yep, yep.
yeah, man. I mean, I don't think free agent wide receivers. I mean, yeah, maybe get one. I'm just thinking off top of
No,
my
no,
head.
you're good. No, you're good. And that's the standard, man. Let's close this out. If you're rocking with us, if you're rocking with the conversation, like, comment, subscribe, follow us at Big Blue Reborn everywhere.
Mm.
New era in New York. This is the standard.
From the city where pressure makes legends. This is Big Blue Reborn. Big Blue checking, we start with the facts. Spotlight on the moment, who really got next? Roll call for the city where the real ones at. The standard at the end, no excuses, no cap. Big Blue Reborn. This is the standard.